Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz. It is May 4, 2019, and it's 11:52 p.m. By the time this post, it'll be May 5, 2019, and that will be 9 days away from ground zero, I guess we can call it. Guys, I also found, and I watched it 3 times, a very good layout about the timing and the generations involved with Israel and the day of the rapture. Now, a lot of people say, well, God said a man years 120. That's right, God said a man's years would be 120. He didn't say a generation would be 120 years. He said man's years. And I'm sure people still live to be at that age. But generation-wise, if you want to go to 120, you go back to the Allenby Congress. The Zionist Congress, that 120 years, that date has come. And then you go back to the Balfour. Well, now you got 100 years. And then you go to a generation that we call a generation in 1948, May 14, until January 14, 2018 begins the final year of the 70th year of that generation for Israel. We're not talking about any other generations for any other peoples. We're talking about one, the one that matters, the one that is our timepiece, our clock, the ones who to watch all the time. And so all these generations, whichever one you want to put it on, has come to pass. They have occurred. And there's only one left. And with that one left, unless Jesus extended it, but I don't think he did. Look, here's what Jesus said. He says, no man knows the hour or the day that I'll call you up, or that I'll come after you, or you will be called home. No one knows the date or the hour. Well, that's right. You're going to have enough people in this world that they can pick out a date, an hour, and a minute, and a second, and one of them will hit it. But now, you guess which one will hit it. That's why no man knows the day nor the hour. So, and I'm looking at the outside here, unless there's a 4-year discrepancy in the Gregorian and the Hebrew calendar of 4 years. That could be a case. It could be factored in. I don't know. But I want to give you, I'm going to write down in the box below, a study here, and the guy's very good at it. Talks about Abraham's father was born in year 1948. 1948. This is at creation. That's interesting that Israel becomes a nation again in 1948 AD. So there's a lot of this in there that you'll want to hear. And you have to hear it all, to see it all, in order for you to make yourself an informed judgment or call on it. I don't mean judgment. But it looks really good. I want to tell you that right now. In fact, rapture awareness are these numbers pointing to a 2019 rapture and tribulation period, question mark, TOT. I'm going to put it down below. If you go there, it's 36 minutes, and wow, the information will blow you away. And it's such a simple way to look at it, a simple way to think about it, and a simple way to say, wow, we might be that close. And for our sakes, I hope we are. But keep in mind, these people, Kim Clements, and Mark the fireman, and others that said Trump would be our president for 2 terms. Look, guys, this is a dream and a vision. Don't confuse dreams and visions with Bible prophecies. These are not biblical prophecies. They're dreams and visions. There's a difference there. Dream and vision doesn't have to have a beginning or an end. And if they say 2 terms, well, it could be 1 day into the 2nd term, and then it could be over. So we don't know about that. But just keep those things in mind. But the things that Donald Trump have done for Israel have fulfilled biblical prophecy, recognizing Jerusalem as the eternal capital of Israel, rattled every Muslim, every Arab head on this planet. They hate it. They don't like it. But it happened. And you have to seal it some way. Well, not only did he sign, he moved the embassy 1 year later, May 14, 2018. So that's the signature. It's done. It's not going to be undone. Not by us and not by Israel. So think about all that's happening right now. Venezuela just crashed and they're burning. And personally, I don't believe there is enough time on our books. You know, we need to deliver assistance ASAP, like in yesterday, and other countries. A lot of people are willing to go in and help. But just today I found out that just one little spark from Trump, and the same thing will happen to Cuba. And if they don't keep their hands clean, it could happen to Cuba. And one more. Although he spoke with Putin, he didn't make any promises. And the same thing that could hurt Cuba could hurt Putin. And that's the oil coming out of Venezuela. I mean, it could wreak havoc on that nation. So all of a sudden you have China and Cuba, and you have North Korea China and Russia. Then you have North Korea trying to rub elbows with Russia. Look, they just want the deal that Trump offered them. And they'll still get that time willing. They'll still get what he wants to offer them, to lift them up out of the mud and the mire. If we have time, we may not have time because it may all end soon. All right, I'll end it now. I want to just throw those things in there about the generation, times, the years, and those that have been fulfilled, and the only one that has 10 days left on it. Only one has 10 days left. Does not mean we'll have a rapture. Even if we do, does not mean that that'll do the countdown starting effective immediately with the 7-year tribulation. I don't think, as I said in the last blog, I do not believe that Kushner will have a 7-year time period in his peace treaty, and I do not believe that he'll in any way have Israel give up land in that peace treaty. Look, Trump's advisors knows that can't happen. They know that if it does, we're going to get slammed and we're going to get our butts kicked at the tune of billions and billions of dollars. We don't want that. If any president knows this is going to keep happening, why would they be so foolish as to keep trying to make Israel give up their land? I think this president knows the difference. So I don't think that will be on the table whatsoever. But it has no bearing on what happens maybe in 10 days. I'm ready in 10 days. If it's not for 4 years in 10 days, I'm ready. Jody Wolf, Expoz.